Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to look at the first book of Samuel and second book of Samuel, the first and the second, not the one of them, but both of them. Now, during that time, every year they used to go up to this place called Shiloh, which was the tabernacle of the testimony, where God's presence was dwelling in the Ark of the Covenant. And Hannah was very offended by this, and she explained to him that, "No, I'm just talking to God." And it ends with Samuel anointing David as the future king of Israel, as the future leader of Israel. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And also, don't forget to subscribe, and I would really appreciate your comments below. What do you think about this commentary? And also, if you have some suggestions of what you want me to comment on, or what you want me to teach on, please leave it in the comment section below, and I will try to look into it. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. So between these two events, what do we see? We see many things. We see the rise of Israel as a nation, the establishment of the monarchy in Israel, the transition from the period of the judges to the period of the kings in Israel, the golden age of Israel under King David. So a lot of things happen between these two events, but it's important to note that when we read the Bible, we have to pay attention to how the books begin and end, because that helps us to understand the main idea or the main theme of that book. So keep this in mind as we continue reading through the Bible. And Eli prayed for her, saying, "Oh God, remember Hannah, and grant her a son, and I will give him to you as a Nazirite, as long as he lives." And so after some time, Hannah conceived and gave birth to a boy, and she named him Samuel, meaning asked or hearing, because she heard God's response to her prayer. And immediately, as soon as Samuel was weaned, Hannah took him to the tabernacle and gave him to Eli, the priest, as a Nazirite, just like she vowed before. And so Samuel ministered before the Lord, under the guidance of Eli the priest. And so they joined the Feast of Dedication, or the Feast of Tabernacles, where they celebrated God's presence among them, and they would bring their gifts and sacrifices. But the thing is, Hannah didn't have children, so she couldn't bring an offering for God. So she made a vow that if God gives me a child, then I will give you this child as a Nazirite unto God. Meaning what? A Nazirite is someone who is set apart for God, totally dedicated to God. Just like Samson, who was a Nazirite from birth until his death, or someone who dedicates themselves to God as a Nazirite for a period of time. Like Samuel, who is also a Nazirite under the mentorship of Eli the priest. So without any further delay, let's jump into our first verse here in the first book of Samuel, chapter 1, verse 1. And it says, "Now there was a certain man of Ramoth of the mountains of Ephraim, and he had two parents. The name of the one was Elkanah, the son of the son of Elihu, the son of Tehu, the son of Phinehas, the son of Isaac, the son of Jacob, and his wife's name was Hannah." And this is how the Bible describes how we can trace back our lineage, the genealogy of the person from that time until Jesus Christ, the son of David, who is also the son of Jesse. That's why it's important to understand that in the Old Testament, the lineage, or the genealogy of people, is traced through their father's side. And when we come to the New Testament, the same thing continues. In Matthew's Gospel, the genealogy of Jesus, the lineage of Jesus, is traced through his father, Joseph, all the way until David, and then it goes back again. So it's important to know that this is very important in understanding these two books, the first and second book of Samuel, because we're going to see a lot of kings from different lineages, different families, different tribes in Israel. And it's good for us to understand the background of those people. So in chapter 1, we meet Hannah, the wife of Elkanah. They were living in Ramah. And so, while Hannah was praying for this, the priest Eli thought that Hannah was drunk. So this is how the book of Samuel begins, with Hannah's dedication of her son, Samuel, to God. I hope this short commentary on first and second book of Samuel was helpful.